Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Shame. Michael Fassbender plays a sex-addicted, rich executive living in New York City who can't really make it through the day without having a casual hookup with someone or masturbating, and this is just at work. And then his sister, who's a singer, comes to visit. She comes to stay with him kind of indefinitely, which really gets under his skin. And then she actually sleeps with his boss, which really bothers him. And then he doesn't have the privacy to just be the sexual addict that he is. This movie takes place in New York City. The way it portrays New York City, I really liked, because it's a very modern New York City. It's not the New York City of lore. You look at his apartment, it's this bare, white, almost clinically white, the kind of sterile white, and even the way the door slams, I've heard that door a million times in that area of Manhattan, and kind of the bright lights and the fakeness. Michael Fassbender's character isn't gonna go into Brooklyn and find a nice brunch place or something. He's not going to be very adventurous when it comes to New York. So he just lives in this kind of small world. But this film's very simple in the way it's telling its story, because Michael Fassbender's character Brandon, he's just only really thinking about his sex addiction very simplistically. This isn't a film that's going to be a complex film about complex sexuality. Michael Fassbender in this film really needs to fuck or jerk off or something. That's just his main goal. He can really exist in this little world and not have to really change anything or be really confronted by anything, because he's kind of isolated in a cube of an apartment where he can have prostitutes come with him, or lady friends, or have a ridiculously large collection of pornography. I think he had several garbage bags full. Then when Carey Mulligan's character comes, his sister comes and stays with him, it kind of fucks that up. When he tries to have a real relationship with someone, I think that makes him really confront that he's totally addicted. The thing that was interesting about this movie is you have Michael Fassbender, who's a very attractive guy, and he can hook up with any lady he wants. And this could just not be really convincing as something that's really bothering him, something that's a problem, because who would really hate getting laid all the time? I think that's what most people would say. It gets really sad, a lot of that has to do with the score and how they present it and everything, but I think that's one of the things Steve McQueen gets the Shame to work really well with, is that it does look like he's addicted to sex. I think a lot of people have said, oh, sex addiction, didn't Usher have that or something? I think a lot of people don't take it very seriously, but this film takes it seriously, and as a viewer, I was like, whoa, he's addicted to fucking. He's isolated out everyone. Even his sister takes her, she basically has to come in with her own key to even see him, because there's probably no way he would have seen her otherwise. There's a lot of long just single takes, and there's just one single take of just Michael Fassbender and Carey Mulligan on a couch together talking. It almost feels almost like theater. It's almost very well rehearsed theater. I still like those scenes, but I've heard they were they weren't rehearsed. A lot of it was improv, and that might be true, but how it came across was it was very rehearsed. It was very kind of plotted out. And there's a scene in a restaurant that I think plays pretty perfectly. I mean, that looks like it's something out of a play, and it plays really well with this waiter keep coming back, and I think it's very funny, and I thought it worked really well. And same with the scene with Michael Fassbender and Carey Mulligan. And if you look at the performance of his boss, played by James Badge Dale, that felt like a theater character and not a movie character. Michael Fassbender is very kind of angry and vulnerable, but closed off and cold and charming. I mean, it's a really interesting performance. I don't think it's that complex, but I don't think that's a problem with the film. I think I like kind of how simple it is about sexuality, and this kind of sexuality, which, although it is complex, the way he's thinking is very simple and determined, and we're following only him. He is the focus of the film, and I think those two work hand in hand very well together. It's very hard to push the envelope anymore and have it really mean something and make a significant dent on any of our psyche anymore, just because we're confronted with sexuality so much. But I actually think this is one of the best uses I've seen of sex in film in a long time, because I haven't seen anything about sex addiction that was as convincing as Shame was. So if you have seen Shame and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to. Now they're both bad. I've seen her in at this point, so I don't know if it's really that great of a performance. Olive.